So look right here, and you can see on the phone screen.
Yep.
Do you see the red paint right here?
Yep.
Okay, and then on the underneath side of this, look at that.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
And these are connected to the part that is now bad. So I'm thinking that this being pinched like this over the course of so many years caused the part that's back here, which these two wires connect to, that part right there,
Yeah.
caused it to go bad, right? Problem is, look at there, we've got that bolt we've got to take off, and that bolt. That bolt is the problem bolt right there, because as you see on the side here, I've got a, I'll play the video, but I've got a pipe. This pipe right here is in the way, and a gas valve. So I might be able to get a little box end wrench in there to take that lower bolt off, and an extension to finish getting that one off. And then as long as the piece is not too long and it doesn't hit the back of this gas valve, and I can pull it out and then go sideways with it, I should be able to pull this off. But this is how tricky some HVAC repairs can be, is you'll have all this stuff in the way. Now what there is there's 4 burners. So there's a burner here, burner here, burner here, burner here. Sometimes there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, depends on how many BTUs of heat is inside. And so they have this safety device directly in the back there, behind the gas valve, the fresh air intake. And they could have done the fresh air intake so many different ways. They could have also put the limit over to the right on the right side. But getting a truer temperature in the middle, that's where it should be. This gas valve is just, I mean, it's trying to keep everything tight. Look at the gas pipe is hitting alongside this motor. Good thing the flywheel here, or the cooling fan is what this is, has enough clearance so it doesn't rub. But we get this part right here, and it looks like it is a, yeah, I should have this on the truck. If not, I can get it and get you heating fairly quickly, but I should have something that'll fill in for this. It's a 250 limit, so at 250 degrees it turns the furnace off, and then at 40 degrees lower, which would be 210, it resets and allows the furnace to come back on. And right now it's permanently tripped, so it should have continuity. So think of it, it's basically a solid like a wire, and it's a piece of metal, and what it does is if it gets too hot, it bends and it breaks the continuity, so it breaks the electrical circuit. So when I test it, I should have continuity across it. So like when I touch my 2 leads together, the meter beeps and I get continuity. I have resistance now because I'm checking a line.
All right, I'm gonna call my kids and tell them I can't pick them up for a while.
Okay, so I'm gonna go get a part off the truck. You want me to try to get this thing up and running for you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do that, and then so we'll finish testing this on video for you. So as you can see, 1 lead on one side and 1 lead on the other, like playing chopsticks. No continuity, but you can see that there's some resistance there. So it's like trying to reset, but the contact points are probably corroded or messed up inside. So it's making a very tenuous connection. So I'm getting a reading. So it's not open, but it definitely is a bad switch, because it should be reading continuity. It should be reading like this. See? So we have us a bad limit switch. Now some things to pay attention to though are, look at the rust and corrosion here, showing some water damage, which means we probably have some drainage issues over here. And in the flue pipe, we don't have much room to get to anything. You see, there is a door on the other side to get to some of the other piping and stuff. Another thing to pay attention to is the corrosion coming from the heat exchanger compartment here. And some of this as well, coming out of the CVA or the collection box, showing that it's not combusting clean and correct. And last but not least is we have a pretty dirty inducer motor. I don't see any major oil stains around it, so this inducer motor is probably fine. Luckily, has enough clearance, so the flywheel, or like I said, the cooling fan here, it's not a flywheel, my bad. So this cooling fan can work without rubbing. So we're gonna go get a high limit switch at 250/40 and go ahead and knock this repair out. So again, don't forget to smash the like, subscribe, and share. And let's get it rolling.